How psychology shapes our daily lives. Have you ever wondered why you make certain choices, feel certain emotions, or react in specific ways to the world around you? What if I told you that psychology, the study of the mind and behavior, is quietly influencing nearly every decision, action, and relationship in your everyday life? From the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed, psychology is at work behind the scenes, guiding how you think, how you feel, and how you interact with the world. And once you begin to notice it, you can never unsee it. Let's begin with the most personal part: your thoughts. Psychology helps explain why your mind works the way it does. Whether it's how you remember a phone number, how you focus on a task, or why your thoughts race when you're anxious. These are all rooted in cognitive psychology. For instance, attention, memory, and perception are deeply studied areas that reveal how your brain filters the massive amount of information you're exposed to every day. And because of this filtering, you only notice what's most relevant to your goals, emotions, or fears. And speaking of emotions, psychology helps us understand feelings like happiness, anger, love, and sadness. Emotional regulation, how we manage our reactions, comes from both biology and psychology. Some people are naturally more sensitive. Others have learned through experience how to calm themselves in stressful moments. This understanding of emotion is not just for therapists. It's practical in every conversation you have. How you interpret someone's tone, how you respond during conflict, how you show empathy, all of these are influenced by psychological patterns formed from childhood, past experiences, and even your daily habits. Moreover, psychology explains why we behave the way we do in groups. Social psychology dives into how peer pressure, authority, conformity, and group dynamics affect our actions. Have you ever done something just because everyone else was doing it? Or hesitated to speak up, even when you had a different opinion? That's social influence at work. It's why we dress a certain way, follow social rules, or feel nervous in crowds. Understanding this helps us become more aware of the hidden pressures shaping our behavior, and it can even empower us to act more freely. Then there's motivation, another everyday miracle of psychology. What gets you out of bed in the morning? What drives you to work hard, chase goals, or sometimes procrastinate? Psychology teaches us that motivation isn't just about willpower, it's a complex interplay of needs, rewards, values, and even subconscious drives. By learning what truly motivates you, whether it's achievement, recognition, connection, or curiosity, you can design a life that aligns better with your authentic self. But perhaps one of the most powerful aspects of everyday psychology is how it affects our relationships. Whether it's with a partner, friend, parent, child, or co-worker, psychology shapes the way we communicate, trust, and bond. Attachment theory, for example, explains why some people feel secure in love while others feel anxious or avoidant. Communication styles, assertive, passive, aggressive, are also learned through life experiences. When we understand the psychology of connection, we can build healthier, more meaningful relationships. Furthermore, even our habits and behaviors are steeped in psychology. Why do we reach for junk food when stressed? Why do we scroll endlessly on social media? Why is it so hard to break a bad habit or start a new one? Behavioral psychology gives us answers. It shows us that habits are formed through cues, routines, and rewards. and that change is possible when we shift our environment and mindset. This knowledge empowers us to take control of patterns that once felt automatic and unavoidable. Even decision-making, a daily activity we often take for granted, is shaped by psychological biases. For example, the availability heuristic explains why we overestimate risks that are easier to recall, like plane crashes. Confirmation bias makes us seek information that supports what we already believe. These biases don't mean we're irrational. They just show that our brains use shortcuts to deal with complexity. But being aware of them can help us make wiser, more thoughtful choices. As we look deeper, we begin to realize that psychology doesn't just exist in textbooks or therapy rooms. It exists in kitchens, classrooms, offices, and sidewalks. It shows up when a teacher calms a nervous student, when a couple works through a disagreement, or when a stranger offers kindness to someone in pain. It's in how we set goals, how we process loss, how we chase joy, and how we grow from failure. It's in the quiet moments of self-reflection and in the loud moments of celebration. In conclusion, psychology is not just a science. It's a mirror. It reflects back who we are and helps us understand why we do what we do. And the more we learn about it, the more compassionate we become, not only toward others, but also toward ourselves. So the next time you catch yourself reacting, overthinking, laughing, or crying, pause for a moment. That's psychology in action. And it's telling you something deeply human.